Hey guys, welcome back to another West Coast Mopars video. And this one will be again on my 57 Dodge Royal Lancer. When I bought this car, never had seat belts installed, so the interior got redone in '82 when the car got repainted. It's crazy, this paint still shines the way it does from 1982. It used to be red and white. And I'm assuming the interior was probably red. But it was redone, and they did a beautiful job. It's not all vinyl, like it's probably supposed to be, but they've done it with cloth and vinyl. The headliner's just cloth. It marks horribly. I mean, working on cars all day, your hands are dirty, and you get in this thing, and you gotta just not touch anything. It's terrifying. But anyways, so it never had seat belts, and my wife made a comment, you know, it'd be a little more, she'd feel a little more safe if I had seat belts in it. And so I didn't want to just put anything in. I do have boxes and boxes of old seat belts from cars I parted out, but you know, they're all a little tattered or dirty, or they're not the right color. So I thought I would just put in something that matches. So I ordered these. I haven't installed them yet, they're just loose, but I ordered these off Summit Racing. I think they're called RetroBelt. I'll show you the packaging here in a sec, but they're dark blue and they're a pretty close match. I think they'll look okay in here. So I was just going to do a video on installing the seat belts. I'm thinking about, I mean, most cars they're sort of this way, but underneath this is right in the rocker panel, and I'm not really wanting to drill and somehow get a nut in there. I'm just going to go straight down. The floors are flat here, so I'm going to go straight down here, and then on the inside I'll just go through the hump there on an angle. And I didn't order the rears, I just ordered the fronts, but the price was quite reasonable, I thought, for a pair of lap belts. Here's the RetroBelt. Yeah. There's the other one here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put the car up on the hoist. Doing carpet installs on other cars, I use this old soldering gun. It's a little worn out, but the tip works great. You can see all the old residue on there from previous carpets. But yeah, I just melt the carpet with the soldering gun where you want the hole. And then, you know, you just melt a hole, and then that does a nice clean finish on the carpet. You don't have anything fraying. And then drill straight down and bolt in these seat belts, and that's it. We just took this car to a local car show here, and man, it sure gets a lot of attention. But it's funny, people never know what it is. They always ask me if it's a DeSoto, and you know, I'm like, well, it says Dodge right there on the nose, but they still ask, is it a DeSoto? Nobody ever knows what this thing is, but I love this thing. It's so cool. It's such a unique car. You know, you say 57 and everybody thinks of a 57 Chevy. It's like they forget that the other brands had cars too. You just don't see these things. But yeah, and I had also previously, I don't know if it's in the last video, I bought these stickers. I think I got them on Herb's Parts. The Super Red Ram stickers. So those were never on there when I got the car. I think the engine color's wrong. I think it's supposed to be silver, but whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, I put those stickers on there. This one's kind of hidden under the valve cover, or sorry, under the air cleaner. But I think they really just made the engine sort of stand out a little more when you look in here and you see Super Red Ram. That cool font. I think that was sort of the thing it needed to sort of make it stand out a little more. You know, as if it wasn't unique enough, but anyhow, so I'll get the car up on the hoist and we'll take a look underneath and see what we're working with. Okay, I got up on the hoist. So this spot looks pretty good. These bumps, these spots here, these boxes, these are the seat bolts. They actually sit down in these boxes. I've always thought maybe I'll actually take the seat out, raise it up on some spacers, because you kind of sit just a little low in the car. And these boxes probably don't help. So, but I think it's going to land. I'll have to make sure I don't land on this body mount here. Hoping to land somewhere around here, or just up back here for the outside ones. And then on the inside, grab my light here. On the inside, it will land, oh, probably right around here, right around this brace probably. But that's all right. I just got to make sure it doesn't stick through too much to the drive shaft. So I'll just probably shave the bolts down so they just squeeze in there. And that should be pretty straightforward. Okay, I'm going to land it right about there. I looked underneath and that spot should work. So you just take your iron, your soldering iron here, and this thing will take a couple seconds here to warm up. I'll know when the end starts smoking off all the old glue. Good to breathe in, good stuff for you. And just sort of burn through the carpet here. And it goes in pretty easy. You sort of just gotta clean it up a little bit. I'll move the seatbelt out of the way. You can sort of see that hole that's started there. Oh, sorry for my shadow. I want to get a nice, and what this will do, like I said, this will end up just cleaning up the frayed ends. If you just were to run your drill bit through here, you'd never get it. You'd just end up, you can hear it hitting the floor pan there. If you just ran your drill bit through there, you'd end up snagging the carpet and everything gets ripped and frayed. And so I just got a drill bit here. It's just a little bigger than the bolts. Okay, I ended up just taking the sill plate off so I could pull the carpet back. It just kept wanting to wrap around the drill bit. It's actually got two layers of underlay. It's got this here, and then underneath here there's another thick one. So it ended up just, you'd melt it, but it would still catch on the drill bit. So anyways, it comes with these huge washers, lock washers and nuts. So got that drilled through, and then underneath here, there it is there. A little bit of underlay came out with it, but just got the washers on there, or the washer and the lock washer, and tighten it down, and that's it for this side. I'll go to the other side and the centers, and that's a pretty easy install. And you know, I was cruising around thinking, oh, I don't need seat belts, but I didn't want to ruin the look of the car by having something kind of just hokey, or you know, put GM seat belts or something like that in. But I saw these ones on Summit Racing, and I think they look great. And I'm pretty sure my 66 Chrysler's got the same ones. They look pretty well the same. There's lots of length on these. I mean, I would never need this much, but you know, for the price, and they come with a warranty and everything, how can you go wrong? Okay, so that's where this ended up. This one went pretty smooth. That's passenger side. Now the center ones, I ended up having to go from underneath with the bolt head, because the bolts were actually just a little short, I think because I went through this brace, and then you can see there the washer's not totally flat, it's kind of on the curve. So, but I think that worked out better. I didn't have to cut them short or anything, and I just put them in from the bottom, and I think there's lots of clearance there in the drive shaft. It's about half an inch, but this is on the transmission end. It's not going to go up and down. You know, the rear end will bounce up and down, but I think that'll be fine. And then over here, this one's there. And then when you go, then up inside, I just ended up using Nylox on the inside here. And then this side's done. Yeah, so seat belts are in. I think those look pretty good for the interior of the car. You know, once these are lapped in. Dark blue sort of matches the rest of the car, blends in. I didn't want to do black because I got blue seats and white headliner. I thought black might stand out too funny. So yeah, that's it. Just a short video. Thought I'd do an update on what I'm working on here, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I really appreciate you guys that have subscribed. So if you haven't yet, just click that subscribe button, and yeah, thanks again.